Hi guys, welcome! The Clutch Major Episode Update will officially arrive in ROMC in a few days, and in this video we're diving into the star upgrade system for Garment and Footgear. Just like with other star upgrades, all your existing enchantment, refinement, and card slot will be fully retained when you upgrade your Garment and Footgear into their star version. We'll break down the additional stats each star Garment and star Footgear offers, as well as the upgrade materials needed so you can prepare in advance. Just note that some of these materials are obtainable from a Clutch region only. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. Let's start with the star Garment and Footgear for tank, utility, and support classes. Advanced Survivor's Manto Star is a defensive garment used to increase max HP and skill damage reduction. Compared to a Tier 8 Advanced Survivor's Manto, its star version gives an extra 20 physical def and 1100 max HP. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 15% max HP and 8% skill damage reduction. What makes it more impactful is its side effect with Advanced Survival Staff, providing up to 20% physical damage reduction. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Advanced Survivor's Manto into its star version. Dove's Cape Star is a defensive garment used primarily against physical DPS and auto-attack builds. Compared to a Tier 8 Dove's Cape, its star version gives an extra 20 physical def, 1600 max HP, and 2 vit. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 15% physical def, 30% range physical damage reduction, and 8% AA damage reduction. I don't recommend completing its set effects as there are better alternatives to Garment Plate Armor, Goibni's Greaves, and Goibni's Helm. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Dove's Cape into its star version. Magic Staunch Manto is a defensive garment used primarily against magic DPS and neutral element attacks. Compared to a Tier 8 Magic Staunch Manto, its star version gives an extra 20 physical def and 1100 max HP. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 15% MDef, 30% neutral damage reduction, and 8% skill damage reduction. On top of that, pairing it with High Fashion Sandals provides additional 5% magic damage reduction. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Magic Staunch Manto into its star version. High Fashion Sandals Star is a defensive footgear that can be worn by all classes to reduce both physical and magic damage received. Compared to a Tier 8 High Fashion Sandals, its star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1500 max HP, 2% movement speed, and 20 MDef. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 13% physical and magic damage reduction. On top of that, pairing it with Magic Staunch Manto provides additional 5% magic damage reduction. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade High Fashion Sandals into its star version. War Shoe Star is a defensive footgear for swordsman, merchant, and thief classes to boost your max HP. Compared to a Tier 8 War Shoes, its star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1400 max HP, 2% movement speed, and 4 vit. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 15% HP regen and 12% max HP. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade War Shoes into its star version. Dancing Shoe Star is an exclusive footgear for minstrels and wanderer, mainly used for reducing damage taken while using performance skills. Compared to a Tier 4 Dancing Shoes, its star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1500 max HP, 2 int, 2 vit, and 2 dex. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 10% damage reduction while performing, 5% max HP, and 5% physical damage. Pairing it with Elaborate Costume grants additional 5% physical attack and 10% damage reduction while performing. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Dancing Shoes into its star version. Up next, let's take a look at the star Garment and Footgear for physical damage dealers. Ancient Cape Star is a core armor for physical skill damage dealers since it boosts ignore physical def and skill damage. Compared to a Tier 8 Ancient Cape, its star version gives an extra 32 physical def, 1300 max HP, and 6 strength. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 20% ignore physical def, 2% physical attack, and 8% skill damage. It also grants 0.5 points of physical attack for every 1% ignore physical def stat you have. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Ancient Cape into its star version. Blue Eve Cape Star is an alternative garment for AA classes who need more attack speed. It's less preferred than Undershirt Star, which gives higher overall offensive stats. Compared to a Tier 8 Blue Eve Cape, a Star version gives an extra 32 physical def, 1300 max HP, 5 strength, 10 dex, 5 agi, and 5 flee. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 30% gear attack speed and 8% AA damage. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Blue Eve Cape into its Star version. Undershirt Star is a primary choice for AA classes as it boosts luck, physical attack percent, crit damage, and AA damage. Compared to Tier 8 Undershirt, its Star version gives an extra 44 physical def, 1300 max HP, 10 luck, and 5 flee. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 2% physical attack, 25% crit damage, and 8% AA damage. It also increases physical attack by 1 point for every 10 points of flee you have. I don't recommend completing its set effect since there are better alternatives to both Flambridge and Panties. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Undershirt into its Star version. Rune Boot Star is primarily used by classes that benefit from both physical attack and magic attack, such as Rune Knights, Royal Guards, and Genetics. Compared to Tier 4 Rune Boots, its Star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1500 max HP, 1 strength, and 1 int. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 16% physical attack and magic attack. It also increases healing received by 30%. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Rune Boots into its Star version. Roof Gamma Slipper Star is mainly used by melee physical skill damage dealers that do not benefit from Rune Boots' magic attack stat. Compared to Tier 4 Wolf Gamma Slippers, its Star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1500 max HP, 2% movement speed, 1 strength, and 1 wit. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 2% physical attack, 4% ignore physical def, and 7% melee physical damage. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Roof Gamma Slippers into its Star version. Advanced Sack Teddy Shoe Star is a primary choice for AA classes as it boosts agi, physical attack percent, and crit damage. Compared to a Tier 8 Advanced Sack Teddy Shoes, its Star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1000 max HP, and 2 agi. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 20% crit damage if your agi reaches 150 points. It also increases physical attack by 3% if your strength or dex reaches 225 points. Pairing it with Blue Eve Cape Star provides an additional 10 strength and 10% gear attack speed. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Advanced Sack Teddy Shoes into its Star version. Momo Shoe Star is the main footgear for boosting max SP, so it's most suitable for the Asura build of Shuras. Compared to Tier 8 Mama Shoes, a Star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1000 max HP, 2% movement speed, and 200 max SP. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 12% max SP and 5% max HP. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Mama Shoes into its Star version. Rescuer's Shoe Star is an exclusive footgear for genetics that increases physical pen and the effect of potion cast skills. Compared to Tier 8 Rescuer Shoes, its Star version gives an extra 29 physical def, 1500 max HP, and 2% movement speed. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 4% ignore physical def and 7% physical pen. Pairing it with Elder's Hammer increases the effect of HP Potion Cast and MP Potion Cast by up to 50%. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Rescuer's Shoes into its Star version. Lastly, we have the Star Garment and Footgear for magic damage dealers. Netokic's Manto Star is the best in slot garment for magic DPS classes as it provides a good amount of ignore MDef, magic attack, and skill damage. Compared to Tier 4 Netokic's Manto, its Star version gives an extra 20 physical def, 900 max HP, and 5 int. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 5% gear attack speed, 5% variable cast time reduction, 20% ignore MDef, 2% magic attack, and 8% skill damage. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Netokic's Manto into its Star version. Crystal Pump Star is the best in slot footgear for magic DPS classes as it provides a good amount of magic attack percent. Compared to a Tier 8 Crystal Pumps, a Star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1700 max HP, 2% movement speed, and 2 int. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 18% magic attack. Ideally, Warlock should complete its side effect with Precision Staff, Robe of Cast, and Eye of the Land to gain extra 5% VCT reduction, 2% magic damage, and 2% ignore MDef. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Crystal Pumps into its Star version. Tidal Shoe Star is the primary footgear for Boulder build sorcerers due to its set effect with Silk Rope Star. When their auto attacks turn the enemy's armor into water element, their lightning bolt procs damage will double. Compared to Tier 10 Tidal Shoes, a Star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1500 max HP, and 6 luck. When refined to plus 15, it grants magic auto attacks a 25% chance to deal critical damage. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Tidal Shoes into its Star version. Boots of Judgment Star is the best slot footgear for Archbishop's Adorama's build. Compared to Tier 4 Boots of Judgment, its Star version gives an extra 30 physical def, 1500 max HP, 2% movement speed, and 4 int. When refined to plus 15, it grants a total of 2% magic attack, 15% holy damage, 150% Adorama skill multiplier, and 2% magic damage. Using the Star version of the Judgment set, boosts the damage of Adoramas by 15% and max HP by 15%. Here's a quick look at the materials needed to upgrade Boots of Judgment into its Star version. And there you have it, those are all the new Star Garment and Footgear coming in ROMC so you can prepare in advance. Will you be rushing to upgrade your garment and footgear into their Star version? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this guide. If you're new here, I would love you to consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.